You have some basic goodness, which is the foundation for the greatness you can ultimately achieve. I want you to think about that you are a miracle, unrepeatable miracle, that life is God's gift to us, and how we live our lives is our gift to God, recognizing that you have some basic goodness and living from that place on a regular basis. It has to become a habit. It has to that requires being mindful of the words that you speak, being mindful of the thoughts that you entertain, being mindful of the choices that you make on a day-to-day basis, and overriding the negative things that have been spoken to you. MIT did a study, and the study indicated if I say to you, you can't do that, and somebody else has to come along and say, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, 17 times to neutralize at one time. You have some basic goodness, but most of us, because of our environment, because of what's been spoken to us, we don't realize that. And we have to consciously remind ourselves. And when you speak words like I am, don't even say I'm sick. Say I'm overcoming a physical challenge. Never say that I'm broke. I'm overcoming a cash flow problem. When you speak about yourself, make sure the words that you speak are words that are positive, and that your words and your thoughts and your choices are in alignment with the principle that you have some basic goodness that's in you. In spite of the fact that you've done some things, it does not represent the highest that is in you. In spite of the fact that you've had some failures and disappointments, and in spite of the fact that you've done some things that you feel ashamed of and say, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe that's me. You might have made some bad choices, but that does not make you a bad person. You have some basic goodness, and sometimes we derail ourselves, engaging in unconscious, self-destructive behavior. If we knew better, we would do better. Taking the time for mindful reflection and thinking that I have some basic goodness, and feeling that, experiencing that emotionally, and living from that place spiritually, that you have some basic goodness, which is the foundation for the greatness you can ultimately achieve. And you see your life as a gift, when you see yourself as a person who has some basic goodness, and that you are a channel to make the world a better place. Horace Mann said we should be ashamed to die until we've made some major contribution to humankind. You operate from a place of goodness when you decide to live a life of contribution. It's a reason for you being here. When you decide to leave a legacy of making the world a better place than how you found it. And the people who do that, they have come to a place of awareness that they have some basic goodness. You have some basic goodness, which is the foundation for the greatness you can ultimately achieve. And when you're pursuing your greatness, you don't know what your limits are, and therefore you act like you don't have any. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.